Devotees, Prabhu Shri Ram continues to educate these two young men. And once they started doing this, the rocks started to cling together, and suddenly, as they began to float now, the bridge started to appear. The bridge started to appear. While they're doing this, that 100, now the Anand Ramayan is saying 100 Yojana bridge was completed in 5 days. 5 days. What's significance about that number 5? Panchmukhi. We'll talk about that some other time. That's a whole new Kathaa. Panchmukhi Hanuman Baba, the significance of the number 5. The bridge became strong and beautiful. Not like Key West Bridge, you know. This is no Key West Bridge. This is a bridge being constructed of rocks, mountains, stone, trees, the trunks of trees. One of the most beautiful bridges there were in that particular time. On the first day, 14 yojanas were completed. On the second day, 20 yojanas were completed. On the third day, 21 yojanas were completed. And on the fourth day, the fourth day, 22 yojanas. On the fifth day, 23 yojanas. And the bridge was completed in a total of 5 days, 100 yojanas, according to Anand Ramayan. There's a little kahani that I'll share with you. In constructing this bridge, now those of us who have done some kind of construction, if you're putting boulders or you're putting big rocks together, you must have something to fill the spaces, not so sand, right? I see everybody shaking their head. You all done some hard work, I see. You sand, concrete and so forth, but they didn't have concrete back then. They were putting sand. But there was a little squirrel. When he saw what was going on, you know what he did? He went into the ocean and soaked himself from head to toe. Went in the sand and started rolling in the sand, filled his fur now with sand. And he would go now, walking through the Vanars, and the Vanars were getting angry. They said, they complained to Hanumanji. Hanumanji, speak to that squirrel. We're going to crush him. We are moving these big rocks, and here he is dancing in between us. And he will go on the bridge now and shake his body, so all the sand will come off his body. Now, how much sand do you think a little squirrel can take from the ground into this bridge? Maybe about 2 or 3 ounces, not so? It's a small animal. When the Vanars now started complaining to Hanuman Baba, what did he do? Hanuman Baba went and took his right toe and stepped on the squirrel's tail. He says, hey squirrel, let me tell you something. These are hard individuals at work. What are you doing? You're playing in between. You can get crushed. You want to get crushed and die? The squirrel says, no, but I am helping my Prabhu build this. I am a devotee of Sri Ram and I want to help him build this bridge. Hanuman laughed. He says, how? Little bit of sand like this, you're going to help us build this bridge? So when now Hanumanji let the squirrel go, the squirrel went to Prabhu Sri Ram and started to complain. Prabhu, give him the whole story. I'm taking the sand and trying to help you build this bridge, and Hanumanji put his toe on my tail. Prabhu Sri Ram laughed. He says, don't worry, my son. You continue to do what you're doing, seva, to help me in my cause to cross this bridge. What did Prabhu Sri Ram do now? He went over to Hanumanji and took his right toe and stepped on Hanumanji's tail. Hanumanji says, Lord, why are you stepping on my tail? He says, Hanumanji, you just hurt one of my devotees by stepping on his tail, the squirrel. You remember that? Hanumanji says, yes, but Lord, he's creating commotion here. He's going to get hurt. Prabhu Sri Ram says, and he taught Hanumanji a very, very vital lesson. It's not the amount. Listen carefully. It's not the amount that you give to me, but the way in which you give it, that is what counts. Not the amount. Don't give me a 5-ton truck full of sand without devotion, when the little squirrel is giving me 2 ounces full of devotion and love. You see the lesson that the Lord is teaching us here? And Hanumanji now, when he got his lesson, he smiled. So he looked at the squirrel again. Squirrel is coming back again. He stepped on his squirrel tails again. So the squirrel says, come on, didn't the Lord just talk to you and explain to you? Hanumanji said, yes. He said, well, why are you still stepping on my tail? He said to the squirrel, let me tell you something, squirrel. If stepping on your tail will cause my Lord to put his foot on my tail, I will put my foot on your tail. You see the point? Hanumanji is so engulfed in the love for Sri Ram. He wants the Lord to touch him. So if he can step on the squirrel's tail, and the penance is that the Lord will come back and step on his tail, that is blessings for Hanuman Baba. You see how my Lord works? This is from the Anand Ramayana. This is the story. At this point, before we go on to the next chaupai, we have some beautiful singers, Gandharvas with us tonight. I would like to ask my daughter, Neeraji, to sing a beautiful bhajan for us on this occasion. Neeraji.